independent. He will be fine as an independent player. The Gwyn gets banned out, and this is what I'm expecting from SRG. Get rid of the other junglers. Force him on the Yishin Shin.
This is one of those picks that overlap between both Auroras that they played with. Last night, Aurora Turquía. Tonight, Aurora Gaming PH.
Is it a Harley ban next?
You know what?
Yo, what if Demon Guy shows up with a Harley, man?
Not too crazy. That is not too crazy. Again, we're talking about if a usage is too slow. How about a hero that literally just needs like 1 item, 1.5 items, to start bursting fools down?
I don't think it's the worst idea in the world, but I think that RORA is also taking...
Right. I'm glad that we mentioned it, because what if it does happen?
I mean, there's a possibility, don't get me wrong, but at least the Gato gets banned out here. Really, really good stuff from RORA on this second half of the ban.
It's true, Gato ban screams joy pick, but they really shouldn't.
I mean, they can if they want to, because at least with Joy, you can get in and out and kind of run circles around everybody else, except for the Jushin once the stacks are full. So it's one of those things where it's just timely attacks.
Isn't that a little bit more complicated to then handle? I mean, I'm one of the dudes who always look at it as, okay, after analyzing which lineup is simpler. If Aurora go Joy, the SRG lineup is significantly simpler compared to the lineup of Aurora, which means in the big picture, easier to pull off in the team fights and in map control.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Dang, this is some tough stuff. As much as we talk about the meta, as soon as we just start talking about the big regions, and more importantly, as we get closer to the Grand Finals, the qualification for the Grand Finals, as a matter of fact, it's so targeted towards your opponent.
With all the theories thrown, not really throwing away all the theories, it's going back to the key theory of it all when it comes to this genre of video game. Whatever they're most comfortable with, we don't want to go up against.
I think this is just going to revert to like a Lapu-Lapu.
Yeah.
You can't Uranus. I don't think there's a room for Uranus here.
I would have liked the
I don't think it's that bad, because Esme's a lot better here. I think that SRG, because once again, Esme does well into both Lapu alongside with the Uranus. I think it's the most over-encompassing EXP lane.
It wins whatever's left out there. Okay. But this also still doesn't close the door on Harley. Or a Lancelot. You know, those are just safer.
Oh, man.
I think Harley Kite.
Is Harley Kite real? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Not until I see it up on that screen. That's when I'm gonna believe it.
Brother, more Filipinos are watching this match. If you play Harley here, we're gonna have to deal with that back in our server.
Tonight's RG's ladder is gonna be weird.
Okay. Uranus.
All right, these two picks almost instantly block out the Harley. Yep. Like, all the more they should not do it, but just the same, I'm here for it if they do, because they can just kind of ignore these two big chunky dudes and burst down the softies.
I personally feel like it's actually quite worth going for Yishin. Like, what are you supposed to do, right? Oh, Fanny! Of course, Fanny! But at the same time, you're already playing into the high loss, and we saw the last time that Fanny showed up. That 1 second makes the difference.
And they did it! It was them who stomped out Fanny.
But we also have to consider, this time around, the Fanny isn't against a Claude, it's with a Claude.
No, the ego pick. This is This is Kite saying, Coach, bigay mo na.
Yeah.
This is for the season in Malaysia.
And they got it. All right.
Coach, give me the Fanny.
Is that ego enough for you to say that you're leaning towards Aurora for this draft?
I'll give the benefit of the doubt to Aurora, sure. You don't do that when you're not sure.
Gideon?
I'm gonna say, knowing and witnessing Demon Kai on this Fanny before, I've got high hopes. I'm going RORA on this one.
All right, let's see if it is going to be going towards RORA to go into match point, leading this 2-0, or will the little adjustments of SRG be enough to turn this into 1-1? Nice, Sue and Mirko, what do you guys think?
All troops
I'll tell you what I think, guys. I'm going to have to say, I like the adjustments from SRG here with the lineup. It wasn't too bad from the last one. I feel like the adjustments with the high-lows, bringing the high-lows, for example, was a good switch-up. Now they've got the Uranus as well. What do you feel like, Mirko?
I still feel like Cram on the Lapu-Lapu would have been a bit better. It's just he needed to take a chill pill a bit, you know? A few of those shutdowns, a few of those deaths just really felt... okay, the recalls were necessary, super necessary, but the deaths weren't, right? You can have Flare, you just can't give the bounty over to the enemy team. But with the CC that they have on Yums and Stormy, I understand why they just put him on the Uranus. And this time, take a look at that, Innocent! Vengeance on the Freya. Red Tree win for Sky is obviously on the Leo Mord for the lethal.
Okay, take a look at the... hold on.
Wait a second.
Demon Kite.
Oh my god.
Gonna just take this away?
Sneaky, sneaky.
No problem?
He's gonna take it. There's no way for Solano Red Giants to react in time. Demon Kite steals the purple buff.
Oh my goodness. Sakai's knows it too. He's like, that Demon Kite, man.
That guy.
That guy.
What a guy.
Hey, when you can cable on around and move like that, you might as well take advantage of it. I'm pretty sure you're faster than well, technically he doesn't have his Phantom Seed yet, so you are faster than him.
That's true.
Yeah, at least for now. But yeah, that's one of the things is if I remember right, Fanny's win rate was pretty high. There was a time, I know it's been played a couple more times since this, but when it was picked up 4 or 5 times, it was at 100% win rate. I'm not sure if it still is.
I believe it was high in the Swiss stage.
Swiss stage,
Knockout stage, it's been pretty bad. Yeah, because like Han played it in this first match in the Swiss stage and lost. And I believe we saw a few more Fannies losing after that. Even Yuzuke yesterday, against Aurora Gaming Philippines. So Aurora are the ones now on the Fanny. Let's see if they're the ones to make it work. Good stun coming down over on live, but look at Demon Kite. Look at the cables there. Sky's playing with it so well. Heck, I would say Yum's preemptive revitalize there. Didn't really need to use it.
He didn't need to. Maybe just kind of, making sure that better safe than sorry. Right now, they've got control around this turtle, though, so let's see if RORA decides to do anything. Demon Kite's not even here, so it looks like they're just going to give it up. He's going to go ahead and prioritize the buff, which he should. Again, the Fanny's definitely needs that.
Yep.
So turtle secured here for SRG.
That's the thing about the Fanny, though, right? You're a good pick if you can get those early kills, then you snowball out of control, and then there's still a possibility that you make a micro mistake, which is very, very believable. Yeah. It's such a difficult hero to pull off in the biggest of stages, and this is it. Skies will not fall for that again. He knows to go for the purple buff before the orange buff. But yeah, I think for Aurora Gaming Philippines, they can take a chill pill. They have a Claude, they have a Eve, and an Esmeralda, so they don't need to be that far ahead. Light's gonna be caught here, and that's a bit more troublesome. Skies bringing you it back, forcing to break around. Demon Kite comes in with a cutthroat, but again, Skies on Barbiel, too tanky.
I like how you're like, they can take a chill pill, and as soon as they're like full sending it into the mid lane, man. But I think it's still kind of just testing the waters here, at least for Demon Kite, to see if he can get some snowball happening on the Fanny. But again, you've only got the Fury Hammer right now. You definitely need to go ahead and scale up. They're still going to play into the whole game plan of let's let Demon Kite get to where he needs to be with the Trinity on this Claude. But I feel like even so, the fact that Innocent ran it back with a Freya, hold on, top side.
Concentration. Yeah, it's a Uranus. It doesn't really matter how much damage you have. In the early game, it's going to be really, really tough if it's a Fanny and an Esme. Though I will say, I think this is a double down by Innocent. Like, he's like, okay, I lost lane, which is pretty unacceptable on a Freya against a Claude, so I'm going to double down and go for vengeance. But, having said that, Doming has gotten all the gold grabs, bro.
Yeah. Demon Kite very comfortable on this Claude pick right now. Looks like SRG wants to put their own pressure. Wow, Demon Kite actually going to be forced out of the jungle on that side. They're going to have to fight for this purple buff.
Yeah, the RBM was used earlier. Now Tsunami Slam blocking this guy's down as he pops in the Phantom Steam, but now it goes in! Too much damage for Aurora Gaming Philippines to handle.
Wow, you can't blade and cable and cutthroat through that. When you've got Yums in the way blocking your path, a glorious pathway on top of it, plus a Revitalize. You saw how healthy they were, and then again, you're fighting into a Jushin here. So it's not favorable for Aurora Gaming. I mean, they just got pretty much dismantled in that fight. There was no winning moment for them there, and now for the second turtle of the game, it goes over to SRG, plus a whole ton of gold down in this bottom lane.
There's no way to sugarcoat it, Naisu. They got curb stomped in the previous purple buff battle. And it's because of Cram initially going in. Oh, great stun on Demon Kite. But it was because Cram baited out RWM.
Yeah. And this is why the panelists were sharing their sentiments. I mean, even Gideon himself was like, yeah, I'm surprised. Still went with a Fanny, despite a Hylos here too. Oh, hold on, Light. Is he actually going to pull the trigger? There's no way they do.
Wait, they go in, but it's onto Yums right now. Pops Glorious Pathway under turret. Demon Kite still able to go for the cables out again, but look at the tempo on the map. RORA are forced back. Meanwhile, SRG, yes, they do lose Yums, but they can capitalize on this by taking gold crab for Innocent, by really pushing the tempo even more.
There you go. Innocent getting the gold crab.
Finally.
I didn't think they'd actually pull the trigger on that, but again, when you can Tsunami Slam over the wall, you might as well. And so interesting here. Innocent, Cram, they're on a 1 and 2. Stormy also. Look at this pressure once again. Purple buff.
Phantom Steed. This time Light doesn't have the Tsunami Slam, so it's going to be free. Demon Kite, there's no way he walks up, right? Yeah. Skies with the red tree secures the purple buff, and there is no threat of a trade. Turtle's up in 40. Demon Kite can only just go up top and look for farm in the side lane.
This is a feels bad, man, because Sakai's is like, all right, I'm not letting up anymore. Like, you got that first one, you took it away from me, and now you're not getting any of your buffs, Demon Kite.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening here. I mean, they're timing it perfectly when that purple buff does come up, and as you all know, you've seen it many times when the Fanny doesn't have the purple buff. It really makes it more difficult for Demon Kite here. Not impossible, but he is starting to fall even further behind. You can see him, he's 2 levels behind Sakai's right now. And that's just it's not a fun place to be, especially when that window of opportunity for a Fanny to approach this kind of composition that SRG has is so low. I mean, look at this. Oh no, they're taking everything.
Oh, the orange buff take, the green camp, every single thing, and even Cram earlier denying the minions.
Yeah.
Forcing him back away now. Turtle will probably go to Selangor Red Giants, especially after Cram spots the Fanny going top again. It's a cut from Cram. And Skies is already going onto the Turtle right now. Edward getting poked as well. Purple buff will be up, so oh my god, Stormy 2v1!
2v1, Innocent as well, and Thoman Kite just duking it out here, but the Turtle for the taking. They've got full control over it, and that's going to be 3 for 3 in the Turtles for SRG. I thought Demon Kite might try to pressure that purple buff from SRG, but instead he's like, let me at least get mine, but Glorious Pathway.
Again, over on Demon Kite, finds a stun, RBM in the back, but Innocent is able to jump in with Valkyrie Descent. Now on to Domeng, who's able to BMI out. That's going to be the Crimson Beacon from Stormy, now going to be lifting Edward up, throwing him back into the fray. Everybody following it up, but Edward gets a flicker out.
There is just nowhere for you to fight if you're RORA into that composition. Demon Kite finally swung around, he's like, well, I'll at least take this purple buff, man. Yeah, at least. But you're seeing it happen here, and I'm not sure how long SRG can maintain this advantage when it comes to the team fights, especially when they're all clumped up, right? You would think this is the best. Oh, you've got an Eve on your side, you've got a Fanny, but you're seeing them. They just don't have enough damage to really kind of get through that pressure that is with this lineup from SRG mid lane. Getting that flicker out.
All right. That's it. Really good win there. Phantom Steed for Flicker. But yeah, I think for Selangor Red Giants, they can continue this pace all throughout the game, really. Because Demon Kite, he has a purple buff, but he's going to go in, get stunned up by Yums earlier. And now the falling star move from Edward. Gets a shutdown down. And is Innocent now bobs in, but it's RWM coming down onto you as well. It's still Edward taking for free. Tsunami Slam purified out of. And Innocent wants to go for more. Demon Kite going to go back in, Blazing Duet, but Vengeance to respond to it.
Oh, they don't have enough firepower, even with a Blazing Duet from Doming Kite and Demon Kite going on through. You're just seeing how durable this lineup is for SRG, man. They're so tanky. Whole lot of defensive items here across the board as well. And that's just the struggle right now. That's the struggle for RORA Gaming Philippines, and it's going to be for that. It's going to be that way for a while. Not only about getting these purple buffs, but getting the scaling that they need. Demon Kite, he's got Retribution. He's going to use it.
Skies wasn't there, so it's going to be free. But again, now, who's really going to burst the Uranus down? It's going to be Claude, for sure. Yeah. But we are quite far from that, I think.
It's going to be a minute and a half, probably, or at least a while here. I mean, you usually see that with the Claudes anyway. Usually they're able to get the Trinity before the 10-minute mark. Doming Kite should be close. But it's just, even so, like, even if he has those 3 items, if he has a Trinity locked in, it doesn't necessarily mean that they can just turn a fight in their favor. It's going to be difficult for them.
That's why earlier you saw the value that Innocent gets on the bench. Whoa! Now, Crimson Beacon just with Light walking up there. Innocent still holding the angle. No, Demon Kite's going to be there. There's going to be a knockup coming in as Demon Kite's able to go for the cables, but he's going to be caught! Oh, clutch! With the cable to actually get away. Sky's already using the Phantom Steed, and now he's going to be back on foot. Oh, Cram! With a dive under tier 2!
That was a big move, and they're still going for the Lord.
Innocent, Bomb and Vengeance going on to Domeng, Blazing Duet, but it goes in through it. Innocent still climbing away against 2 members, still staying alive for a bit, but gets Void Blasted down. Skies goes back on a Phantom Steed, now on Barbiel. It's a free Lord as Cram is still able to dish out some damage up top. Edward all alone, isolated, and taken down by the horse.
This Jushin pick is paying dividends in that draft for SRG.
Whoa.
Oh, are they going to go for UA? UA? Okay, he's got Flicker, he's going to be fine, but the turret's going to fall in the tier 1, and that was just a great fight from SRG, man. Even for Cram, you know, that one we'll accept right there. That is 100% worth. Jump into the turret.
Whoa.
They got Demon Kite for the fight for the purple, though.
Demon Kite.
All right, he's got it, but man, dude, even if they have the purple buffs, it is just getting a little dicey here for RORA Gaming Philippines. For this to work, they have so much ground to cover, now nearly 6,000 gold behind. It seems like those minor adjustments that were made for this composition from SRG from game 1 are really helping out. Oh no, Atomic Height.
Oh man, no damage whatsoever. Glorious Pathway now. Good falling Star Moon by Edward to stop them from going further. Now it's Demon Kite trying to get a bit more poking, but again with Skies and Cram there, especially with Skies on Barbiel, that ain't gonna happen. Domain gets a win in nature, so at least there's that. But right now the problem is they just don't have enough damage, and now you see why. Domain prioritized win in nature survivability over the corrosion side. Stormy just gets out with the Crimson Beacon, Phantom Steed coming down. You have the flicker out of the real world manipulation, canceling it, and now he doesn't have that.
Doesn't have that available. They are going to keep this Holy Defense shield up. There's no re-engage here from RORA Gaming Philippines. They've just got to kind of buckle in and wait and get to the point where they have the itemization to really turn some of the tides in these fights. Because like you mentioned, Cram's doing a phenomenal job on this Uranus, playing up front, blocking a lot of things for them. And then Yums as well. Again, there's so much frontal threat. Oh no, Demon Kite.
Stun. Skies with the Phantom Steed, and he gets the kill on Demon Kite. That's what we call the double horse on Fanny combo.
That's 2 horses in one, man.
2 horses, 1 man.
That's man and horse.
But he's technically a half man, half horse, no?
Technically, there's.
So that's
it'd be like a human.
We're not good with numbers.
Yes, we're not great with numbers. But you get what we mean, right? That's a whole lot. Now they're gonna have to deal with this push into the base.
Uh-oh, like when it Cram again in the back. That was Stormy picking him up. It's a killing spree for Skies on Barbiel again. Barbiel has crazy stamina, man.
Oh, he's going and going and going, and right now they get what they want, everything they want for SRG. And it just seems like this is almost in that situation. I hate to say it, but it's like, all right, go next for RORA Gaming Philippines, because there just doesn't seem to be much that they can do. They're literally in the situation where it's like, you're playing for Domain Kite. Well, even if Domain Kite, now he gets the Corrosive Scythe. So he's delayed with the Trinity by about 3 minutes-ish plus. So that is not where you want to be. Again, he prioritized, right? He prioritized some defense because he had to deal with this, but it still puts them in a really tough position to even contest these objectives.
Exactly, and the initial delay for the corrosion side was already a delay on the power spike. Now you're gonna have to get Melfic Roar before you really start to deal damage, because you need penetration against these dudes, dude. You can't go through Uranus without penetration.
Hey, you need the penetration, all you can get, man. Right now, Lord secured. Not much that RORA Gaming in Philippines wants to do aside from put Demon Kite on the other side of the map, let him push a little as he can, catch up what he can. Now, you have to go ahead and look at this lineup as they get ready for the base defense, right? Like, what is the actual potential here? Oh no, Demon Kite, okay, he's just gonna cable on out, man.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't know if he's actually gonna be able to get out.
Oh, he gets it, the read on Demon Kite.
Oh, they're all catching up.
Oh my god, everybody on Demon Kite. Now it's 4 dudes on the Fanny.
They just played a relay race with Demon Kite.
Bro, what? What's up with them and Fanny, man?
I mean, they were there with opening arms for Demon Kite, man. That is not what you want to be. And now with 4 members of RORA Gaming Philippines, they have to defend the base.
Oh my goodness. Cram dealt that much damage on the Claude. Now it's about to descend over on Edward. Attack. A big knock. But Domain goes in for the Blazing Duet that does no damage. Flicker out as well. That's a Tsunami Slam.
Oh, Lord's still going to be worked on. They're still pushing in. They're defending for now, but can they end it?
Oh, Sky's going to go down. Edward's still there. Stormy with the pickup now, but it's getting the all in. Stormy bouncing, gives a big and new air flickers in. Stormy going down. Oh my goodness. Now it's Steven coming to walk up again. Innocent against everybody. Innocent.
Oh, and they're still coming Innocent. Going to the full Valkyrie form.
What?
He's still alive!
Oh my goodness, he gets a double Cram now, going in again. That's probably going to be another base turret as Cram is still here alive, and there's no one who can take him down for now but Aurora. How did they defend and get 4 on top of that?
Oh man, Aurora Gaming Philippines somehow defends.
No!
I don't know, man. Some way, somehow.
Dude. It's just so sad. After that play, Demon Kite was like, finally a purple buff, he cables, and there's a small case. Like, damn it, man.
No.
Not even.
See, that's the, there's a benefit and a curse to being Uranus players out there, man. You're tanky as hell. Yeah. But the curse is you gotta watch majority of the times your team die. Because you're not dying, you know? It's kind of like having immortality. like, you're gonna see everyone grow old and die. Well, unfortunately, that's the life. Yeah, I know, that's deep, man, you know? Hey, fighting for the purple. Oh, Yuke's.
Oh, it's a Yuke! Yuke's able to find it now. RBM, they're all fighting for it, but Skies and the flag goes for the flag, and look at the combo! So much AoE! Now with Slight to lose immortality, as even can't recall Slight going down!
And Edward can only dance to the death of the team here. Demon Kite is up, but can 2v5 work?
Edward, he's trying his darn best, but there's 5 on him. Now it's a fatty again, who has to deal with 5 members of Selangor Red Giants. And they wipe Aurora Gaming Philippines out in game number 2. We are left